Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. So I'm going to be doing cozy mystery vlogs. Sunday I did a video where I basically told you guys, okay, this is how many words I did for the first week that I was doing this cozy mystery. And one of the weird things about when you have like all day to work on whatever project you're working on, you really are like amazed at how much you can get done. So like I mentioned this in a video on Wednesday. I added like 6,000 words to my book, and then on Thursday I added a lot more. So with this being another week and I'm off, I actually managed to do like 4 chapters with a certain number of it. So there is a huge difference when you write, especially writing cozy mystery, and your goal is, okay, I'm going to do 6,000 words. And when you do it on a template that is specifically designed for, say, Amazon KDP, it amazed me at how quickly my pages filled up with conversations with all this. So one of the big things that happened, I believe it was in chapter 4, was I decided, I think that I mentioned, I didn't mention this, but I switch from point of views. So in my final page in Murder and Cooking Up Murder, I have the point of view going from the main character, the protagonist, to the detective. And this time around, it's, and I think I did mention this, I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, so you have Alice, and then you have Rose, and they do their own thing. But they still work together as a team to benefit, in the area of benefiting each other. One of the interesting things that I did in it was, even though I did not do this, I sort of did this in Final Page Murder when Barbara brought this box of letters to the detective. In this one, she contacts her brother like really early on in what they're doing, so that he knows, hey, look, I've got some information for you. And this is something that you really don't see in cozy mysteries, and I will agree with a couple people when they say that they don't see this in cozy mysteries, where the protagonist is always like, hey guys, look at what I discovered. It's more of that James is upset that Rose broke the rules and broke the law to get this particular thing that they hadn't discovered. It's also more of like he's upset that he did not find it himself. So James sort of has this whole thing of, why didn't I find this? Why am I being given this information that I should have been able to find myself? And I add a little twist to kind of the reason that Scott was murdered. I will not say what it is because it'll ruin it. But you kind of get this impression that there was a lot more going on in this book than just a single person or a group of people or whatever decide to kill one person. So that's what I did. I basically avoided probably one of the most annoying things that a lot of people that I have been listening to talk about how the protagonist never goes to the police. Now, at some point, now I have not written it yet because I'm only like 14 chapters into the book. I will be getting to the point where she is not going to communicate with her brother at all. Though her brother's going to be very aware that his sister is doing this, especially, he knows that she just doesn't give up. So he's kind of like, okay, I got this jump drive, and if I go and tell my superior where it was discovered, Rose could end up getting in a lot of trouble for breaking and entering. However, if I go and I say I found it in his car, then nobody's going to know that, So he does a little bit of deception in this book, like what you don't do as a detective, but you also don't want your sister and your niece to get into a world of trouble, for obvious reasons. So that's what he does in it, but you don't see it in the book because it's an action that's done off page. And it basically ensures that the detective and Athena does not know that the Holmes are trying to solve this mystery. Only we all know, only at the end of it does the captain find out that that is what she's doing. And that's not a spoiler of the book. It's more of like, yeah, that's what we know is going to happen. But I think what is interesting when you write something like this and you put that kind of twist of like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. You kind of like, okay. So it's interesting how, yes, he's grateful that he now has this information, but some in the back of his mind tells him that this is not the only copy of it. So you're going to kind of see that they're really not going to appear much in the book. These two detectives, like James and Athena, are not going to really appear much in the book because most of the things that Alice and Rose do can definitely not look like it's part of like them interfering and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really interesting. So I'm 14 chapters into it. Tomorrow I'm gonna be working on 15, 16, 17, 18, and I'm gonna work on about 6 chapters, and I already like have it down, like how many words the chapter is going to have and stuff, and I am absolutely amazed at how quickly that I am typing this story up, because I'm really like getting involved in the world building and all that, and yeah, it's just like, wow, I'm just amazed. So I am going to end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Another thing I do want to include, I keep on doing this, is if for people that are annoyed that these amateur detectives of any kind don't have their cell phones on, they do. Both Rose and Alice both have their phones on, and they're both recording the same conversation, and all that, and that's just like a backup for just in case one of their phones does happen to die, that they will have that recording. So yeah, so I am going to end it there. Bye.